Yeah. And then what we do is we take the bucket, put the bucket on it, and then we put the cover on that. There we go.
Small? Oh. Need a bigger hole.
So how many are you going to tap altogether?
Well, we usually tap 800 some.
Wow.
And, but we have 585 on buckets and 300 on pipeline. And the southern taps produce more sap in the beginning of the season, and the northern taps produce more in the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
This battery.
So how often are you going to have to empty these now?
Hopefully every day.
Okay, so once a day?
Once a day. Sometimes it's like 3 days. Any more than like 3 days if it's warm, the sap sours. So if we don't have enough in the buckets, we just walk along and dump them all. But if it's cold, it'll last up to a week in the bucket. There we have half a tank already.
Is this going to take you to do them all?
A couple hours.
So we go down and around now?
Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
What direction is that about?
The old Jordan dropped them off in the skidder.
It's
man.
really full. There we go.
Bush here. I think it'll be full. But that we have to drive through a swamp.
You had to?
We have to.
You have to.
Full. So it's going to be interesting. We've never gotten stuck. We've been close. We've never gotten stuck.
Well, I know where there's a couple of skidders.
Yeah, but you're going to find no driver.
No, you don't.
Okay, driver. When we fill this tank from just this little sugar bush here, it's a good day. Don't fill it.
Was it? Did we do it?
I think we did. I feel like we did it.
Just like New York. It only produces 20% of the juice.
I don't think there's any way they could.
Usually when you open that up, it's like,
Look at it. That's cute. So stupid. It's so cute.
Now when will he gather?
Alan. He's gonna have to go for that.
full of maple sap right there. Okay. And what it does, it's called the preheater. And there's a bunch of pipes that go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in there. And the sap comes in here at between 35 to 37 degrees Fahrenheit, okay?
Yeah.
And after going through the preheater, it comes out at 190 degrees. So the sap that's coming into this rig back here starts at 190 degrees. That's why it boils. This thing boils so ferociously you can't believe it. But you see what happens over here? It comes in here. There's a float. See, there's a float right here. So, and we want to keep it right at that line right there. Of course, it's above the line now because we're shutting it down.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But when we're boiling, like really boiling, this
Yeah,
thing.
hold up on that float for a sec.
Hold up.
Yeah, close it up. Okay.
So that's regulating how much goes in there.
It does. Right there. That regulates, so we don't have to. We don't put a slug in there and boil it down and put another slug. It's continually going in there. Okay. And then it's called the flue pan. And when it comes out of the flue pan, has another float. See, this is
So it's been heated now.
yeah. Yeah. Very hot. And you see it goes right in. There's the float right there. You can see a little bit of sap coming out. And then this has two pans in. Goes up there, comes down here, goes through the pipe here, goes through that one, come out that one, and into maple syrup.
And into maple syrup. Where's the maple syrup? Right there? Just got the bucket of it.
Yeah,
You fill that right up.
we do.
And that looks like about 10 gallons maybe?
I think it's more like 3 or 4 gallons.
Really?
And actually, we take it off a few degrees before maple syrup. And then what we do is we take it and we put it over here. It's called the finishing off rig. And we put it in here. And we have a propane tank and we fire it up. And when the needle comes to 7, it's exactly maple syrup. When it's exactly maple syrup, we open the valve up and fill up this container. And then this is called the filter press.
The 7 is like the viscosity of it or something?
Yep.
Okay.
And then when it's maple syrup, this is called a filter press. And it filters out the maple syrup, filters out the niter, and anything else in the maple syrup. There's all filter papers in between each one of these. Then from here it goes right up into what's known as the canner. And this is also propane fired, and it's at 180 degrees. And when it's at 180 degrees, then we fill up all these containers with maple syrup. And that's the process. And every time that we do this process, we take a sample in a little jar. And then we put the sample in with all these other ones, and that's how we grade the maple syrup. Because then we see what grade it is, and we look up there, we find out the grade, and then all these containers have the graded label on it, depending upon if it's fancy, or A medium, or A dark, or B. Then we put the label on them, and that's how we do it. But this is the very first day that we've made maple syrup. And usually, on the first day that we make maple syrup, we usually don't even make any maple syrup. We just get everything sweetened up, we boil it and everything else like that.
That's today.
That's today. So we've actually made maple syrup today, probably 10 gallons or something like that. But we are all too exhausted to continue today. So we are going to shut this baby down. Can I turn off the sap flow? Huh?
Yeah.
You're about an inch over that line over there in the back. Okay.
Artist works to here. Something up there. Oh my gosh, holy friggin' wasp nest. Never noticed that before.
Sorry that there's nobody in there.
Well, I would hope so. Otherwise, we're all in a world of hurt. Especially him, he's mild. He's got the mild to.
First thing we do is spray.
Yeah, we got a few EMTs, a nurse. Big deal. Yeah, last time he got stung, we were in Niagara Falls. We were there for a week.
Once every 5 years.
Yeah.
Trying to draw your mask.
Yeah, it's
Picture of him, like laughing at him. I'm like, you're good. Good for you. You look at you.